So again, I'm very happy to introduce Stefan Lindblad, CorelDRAW master, illustrator, graphic designer, and artist. Stefan Lindblad lives in Stockholm, Sweden, and works as a freelancer for numerous book publishers, ad agency, and other clients on a wide range of print publication and other media. In addition to his illustration and graphics assignments for both Swedish and international clients, he has had many solo art exhibitions and has produced commissioned artwork. You can visit his website at www.stefanlindblad.com. Stefan, welcome. Would you like to start?
Yes, thank you, Cecile. I'll gladly start. Hope I don't have any problems with the technical stuff here now. So, okay, let's see. In front of me, you will see a photograph that's actually me.
Stefan, sorry to interrupt. Did you share your screen?
Oh, don't you see it?
We can't see it.
Okay, how do I? Oh boy, I should share it. How do? Which button? Share my screen. Screen sharing. I don't know. Something have happened then, I guess. You should be able to see me, but you can't. Oh, show my screen. There it is. Let's see if you can see me now.
Okay, we can see your picture. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Boy, my heart went up and down there, shaking. Not stirred, I guess. But okay, so hello, everyone. Sorry for that. And what you see in front of you now is a photograph by me, and it is actually my girlfriend who took the photograph a few days ago when I started working on this one. We're going to do a poster. I'll show you how I usually do when I work with a poster. And let's see here now. So you can remove a little bit there in front of me here. Yeah. What I do when I start any image is actually, let's see if we can remove that just for a second. So let's say I start for paint for the day. It probably would look like this because usually I don't have the new image style or anything open at the same time. So usually this is how it looks. So one thing that I think is very important always is color management. And I just want to say that I'm going to work very much through the whole tutorial, this webinar, with 72 dpi. Just because there's an internet connection and it goes faster. We work low res and all that. But usually I'll work with high resolution, and usually also I ask my print guy, the pre-press people, if it's going to be printed, which colors profiles we're going to work with. And most of the times I could use the default settings that it's sorry for that one, that is set out by as a default by Corel development people. So we all know that usually the CMYK color profile is the ISO coated V2, and there's sRGB here as well. But usually I have to change when I have clients in Sweden anyway, with book publishers or posters or flyers or whatever, and especially if it's going to be coated. That's when I use coated Fogler 39. And even if this was going to be a poster I was going to do for a real project, real work, I know by fact that I would be totally fine working with the color profile sRGB. But for certain kind of jobs, I would probably choose RGB color profile, maybe Adobe or RGB 1998. But sRGB for this one would be okay. So, and we'll keep ISO coded there as well. But just so you know, I mention it anyway. And I can't stress this enough. Know the basics of color management and settings, and you'll be happy, happy, and happy forever. So don't be afraid for color management. Anyway, not too much color management this time. So what we do, we're going to open the image again. But before we do that, of course, let's say we would open new image, start a project. I'll open the create new image, and I'll name the file. And for this particular webinar, I've chosen already an A4 size, and the size and width and height and everything. And usually I would choose 300 dpi, but I'll choose 72 just for today. Just let me tell you, I don't know where in the world you live, but I live in a city where we have trains, subways. The English people in Britain, they call it the underground, or metro, whatever you call it. If you're standing on a platform and looking at a big billboard, it could happen, I'm not saying that it is, but it could happen that when they printed it, it was on 150 or maybe 200 or something, somewhere here in the DPI resolution. But regardless of that, 99.99% of the time I work in 300 DPI. And especially when you do a poster, it's good to think about that. A poster that you do, and originally the client said, we're going to have it on a billboard, or we're going to have it on a poster on by a bus stop, or you're going to have it like in an A3 size or whatever, and it's printed on paper. And then suddenly, of course, it's a movie poster, or in this case, it could be a theater or whatever. They want to have it in a newspaper or magazine, and then suddenly they shrink it, and you know, all these different sizes. So be sure to work in 300 dpi instead of starting out with 150 or something like that, or God no, 72. So keep 300 dpi if possible, and you'll be fine. I just wanted to mention that as well. So okay, now let's go to me here. Hi, this is me. I'm in Sweden. We don't have cowboy hats, but this one was bought in Arizona, just for a second. So I'm actually gonna open, for this one, I'm gonna open 2 images here. And let's do some real work here now. Let's see, we keep this one here as the main image file. So what I'm gonna do here now is to, I'm gonna copy that one and go over here. I'm going to save keep this one when I don't have to go into it too much about it, I guess. And now, but it's good that you see what happened now. As you can see, this is an RGB image. We're going to change that with this one here. So we go to image, convert to black. And here this dialog says if you merge all the objects or keep them individual. I want to keep them individual for this one. So click no. The convert to 1-bit dialog opens, and you can see the photo here, and you can see me here. So to move around and just up and down here. There's a set of different conversion methods you can choose from here. I'll choose line art for this one. And you can just try out the one that fits you. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt you. It seems that we have some participants who have some hard time to hear you. Can you speak close of your micro on perhaps speak a little louder?
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for that, people. Just a very quick recap then what I just said. Here's the photo. Let's see this one as the original files, image file for the moment. And then what I did, I was just copying it as you saw. And so what we're going to do now is to, as you can see, it's RGB here. So what we're going to do with this one here is to go up to image, and then we'll go to black and white, 1-bit. And here you have the dialog, as I showed you before, about merging all the objects with a background that you can see here. I don't want that. So what I want to do, I want to click no. Um, and now we're in conversion method here. You can choose, I'm going to choose line art, but you can see that you can choose whatever works for you here, whatever the effect you want to have. But I'm choosing line art. And this options threshold slider here, you can choose whatever works for you as well. And this is really different from image to image. So let's say me, for example, I want to have 70 because I saw that that actually is what I want to have. It might not be 70 the next time, so it works with this image. I think it actually looks quite good. So click OK on that one. That was actually something would actually have happened here now, but it hasn't. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. So I'll already now just remove that a little bit with my pen. I'll remove that just for the sake of it. Yeah. Let's see if we can just erase that a little bit. Just leave it a little bit because, as you can see, this is it's not going to be. Well, anyway. So I want to make this transparent, and you don't see much transparency in this one, don't you? So you'll click the little icon here. That makes the background object into a single object. That way, when you delete that, it's transparent. So it seems something happened here anyway. But I'm going to work with RGB, and this is not. So I will go back to the same menu bar and go over to Convert to RGB. Again, click No. And okay, for some reason that actually, okay, I was not supposed to have this white here. I don't know what happened now, but anyway, that's how it is when you want to show people. So I'll copy that one and just go over to this one here. And now especially I can use that as a reference. So it's actually not what I intended to do. So just do it like that. I don't know why this happened actually. Okay, anyway, you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. But we're just gonna make it quick like this. We all know I could use a mask tool now and do this very quickly. But as you can see, very up close here is the hat. So so we actually see that this is, I think that's actually fine. Okay, let's do it like that. And then see if we can remove that a little bit. Okay. Sorry for this very abrupt. As I said, we could all use a mask tool, but I don't want that now for various reasons. One thing, sometimes I think the eraser tool actually goes very much faster sometimes. In this case, it would just grab too much of. What is that? Your computer is overloaded. Okay, thank you for that. Would you like to hide? Let's do like that. I don't know what kind of. So anyway, let's. Okay, everything's happening at the same time now, as we can see. Anyway, what we do, we'll remove that image there, and we'll make that 100% now. And then we click like that, we click like that, and then we'll see we have this one here. So we just, as you can see, if I would click, for example, let's say the shirt here, I'll have to tell you this one. Let's say the shirt actually would be another color than white and black. Let's say it would be blue, and the thing that I'm actually erasing, the white, would actually be white. What would be actually very neat, and which is something that I use quite regularly, would be to use, now let's see here. Now let's see, here it is. I would use maybe color transparency and just click like this, and you see how quickly it removes. But unfortunately, the shirt is white, so I'll have to do it like this just for the moment. So sorry for the for this one here. Okay. Let's keep that a little bit and see if I haven't prepared actually an image for you. Yeah, we open that instead. I think I actually prepared that for you. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. We quickly go back, but you'll see how I did it in the beginning. So we this one is already clean it up a little bit. So sorry for this confusion here now. It's technical stuff going on in the background here you don't see. I'm sorry. I'll go back here again. It goes very quickly. 70, everything looks okay, like it should do. Click A, and there we have it. And now you see there is one bit. Therefore, we go back to the RGB, click OK there, still click O, and we have our image here. Okay, so now we have moved on a little bit. We actually have one image more we're going to do this one with. So we're actually going to open another image with me. Here's me running. Beautiful, isn't it? And of course, I've masked. Oh, this is actually done already, as you can see. We're going to do a similar thing with this image. Go to black and white. Click now. Now let's see if we like this effect. Yes, I think we actually like that effect. Click that one and go back to RGB again. Click now. And now on the keyboard, I'm pressing down Control and M, and that selects the image. Make a new layer, new object. Take the fill tool and fill it with red. From there, I go and make a little more transparent here in the opacity slider up here. As we can see, there's a lot of dirt around here, so we'll see if we can do something about that. So actually what I do, I'll keep that little thing going on there, and instead of deselecting the marching ants, I'll just keep that. We'll do that again and see. Yeah, I see. Good. So there's my internet connection is giving warnings. Sorry, people. I actually have high-speed internet, but for some reason this is an issue today. So now we have two images of me here now, and we're gonna. This one is gonna be kept like this, and I want to do something else with this one here, because later on, as you can see when you see the finished project, I want to change the color, because I don't think white will work in the end. So we'll press Control M, select that one as well. Or maybe we don't have to do that. Let's try if we can do it like that. We remove that one here, and we go to, we go to Replace Color. And as it happens, this is actually the color that I want to have, which is convenient for me today when I'm doing this. But let's say I want to look for a color just press the white here, which is going to be the old color, and then what's going to be the new color. I could either choose anyone here that I like, or I could click more and go into this one here and pick anyone I choose. And in this case, I would use 153, 204, 204, which is actually the one over here. If I had that number, let's say from a shot from Pantone or whatever, somewhere else, I could pick that up. Or if I have that color in a palette on my own somewhere. Anyway, so we cancel that one. But so this is not gonna, now going to change over to this one. Okay. Now I have this image here. And we just for so it's going to be easy for me now to find this later on, and we're going to soon go over to CorelDRAW. And we do the same with this one. We're going to save that as well. And click that one as well. From here, we're gonna open CorelDRAW, and as you can see now, again, would I be in CorelDRAW? Again, I would go to the color management and everything, and as I showed you in the beginning of the webinar. So I would name the file here, and because I had A3 before, I would choose A3 now. But actually now we're just gonna keep it A4 as we have here, and we'll change that to RGB just for the sake of it, and we'll to make it quicker on the internet if anything would happen now, because I have technical problems. But obviously we'll pick continue with 72 here now. So and it's portrait here instead of landscape. Okay, so here we have what's going to be the format and the size of our poster. What I usually do is to first go up here in the corner and mark where I want to have as a 0, and then I'll simply work with the guidelines. And even if I have the ends of the paper here, you know, when we start putting up colors and back and forth, it's always good to have the guidelines to show where everything is at. Would it be a bleed, for example? Now I'm pretty brutal with the how I set these guidelines up. If it was going to be a real project where I have to be really important that all the guidelines and everything is correct, I would just select it, and here I would say let's say 5 millimeters or 3 millimeters or even 10 or whatever, and the guidelines would adjust around. We really don't need that extra to show this for this webinar, but what I do is we have the layer 1 here, so we'll make a rectangle, and bear with me, this could be done with even more precision. I'm just so afraid that something would happen now with the internet connection. So what I'm doing now is to make a rectangle, and that's going to be the holder of the base color for this poster. And there's a color that I've already chosen for this one, of course. So we'll select that one. Oh, sorry. Select that one, and then let's see if that's not the one we're going to choose. I just selected one here, and then go over here, and I'm going to type 1220, and then 36, and then here at 0. Of course, Would this be a printed job? I would not work in RGB in CorelDRAW. I would totally work in CMYK, and the images you saw with the photos that I worked on, I would have saved them in CMYK and so forth. But let's move on here. What I do here now is that I'm going to import the image, the first image with myself. Start with that one here, and we go down here and see CorelDRAW. There we have, and there we have that one here. So here we have me here. Actually want to go back to this one here. I think I'm getting a bit disturbed a little bit by this one here. I want to just quickly go to this one here. Close that one. Close that one. Close that one. And now I'm going to show you a tip that I was going to show you a little bit earlier. You saw in CorelDRAW when I opened it, maybe you noticed that there was some dirt here that I didn't sorry. Let's say I had used the mask tool and everything, and I've done everything by the book, and I just wanted to check that everything is as I wanted to be. I would actually make another background object and paint that black, fill that in black. And because I saw there was something, for some reason, there was something there that I didn't like to see. So I'm actually going to make that a 3 here now. See what was that happened here. There was something, I thought I saw something here that I didn't like. Now everything looks okay. So we'll close that one, and I think we close photo paint as well. And go back. Sorry for this back and forth. Like that, and then we go, there we have that, and there we have that, and there we have that. I don't know why this is. Anyway, so here we have imported the image. Let's see if we can just place that over here. Which is also good now because I've chosen everything as around this image as transparent, and I didn't export it as a TIFF or anything like that in this time in the project, this early in the project, but I can do that later on. So that way I just keep the image a CPT image from PhotoPaint and keep it as I want it. So now let's see here now. Now we're going to play a little bit with the design, so to speak. Let's see if I select the, this is a very quick way of finding where the center is. I select the rectangle, and there's a little, as we all know, there's a little cross sign there. So I just release it there, and it finds itself in the midpoint. And then I'll see that the guy actually is already in the midpoint. Otherwise, I would just, as you know, move him there, so to speak. Let's see if we're going to keep him there or make him smaller. Maybe we should make him a little bit smaller. And then we use the arrow on the keyboard. And from here, I'm going to make another one. And this layer 1, actually what we're going to do, we're going to put the photo of me on top of that there. And I'm a guy who loves layers and objects in each program. I can have tons of them because I really want to have them easy at hand or see where I'm at, so I don't have everything on the same layer. Sometimes it's fine to have it like that, and sometimes I simply don't like to have it like that. So we just gonna like that, and from here we click and choose a black. You maybe saw it too. if you use to photo paint, CorelDRAW, that this one is not straight anymore. I want it straight just for the sake of it. And this one here, so it doesn't, so keep itself like that. And now we in this mode here, we're gonna remove the border of the rectangle. We're going to import the picture of me running. I hope this works as it's supposed to now. Yes, you'll see that it came with the two objects here. We're going to make me smaller. Let's make this another layer. Oh yeah, layer. This one there. Click on group. And group that one. So from here, we're gonna sorry. We're gonna select this. Maybe I'm still a little bit big here. Move me in size here. Sorry. Put me over here. Maybe somewhere here, something like that. And the red transparent object, as you can see here, I'm selecting it as you saw in the object manager, and from there I'm simply doing like that, and I have a shadow of my own, as you can see. I think that's pretty neat, actually. And now let's see what else we can do here. Maybe this guy's still too big, but we'll see what we do with that later on. Now we'll do put a title of this. I'm pretending this is a movie poster for some reason, and maybe something there, and maybe, yeah, maybe like that. And we'll make that a little bit like that. For some reason, I don't want to have it like up there, blah, 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 blah. Could this be it? This bit. When you select a node, like I did, and then use the arrow keys, at least I think this is actually, I know I can use all these shortcuts and everything, but sometimes it's so nice, I think, or it works for me anyway, to use just the arrow keys. We'll color that white. And again, we'll remove the border because I don't want the border with this one here. And let's see here. We'll make another thing here, like that, like that, like that. That looks fairly okay, doesn't it? That, and now I want to pick another color here, similar to that one, but much brighter. So let's see if we can find that. Which color I should choose? Maybe a, okay, just do like that. Pick a color, move the blue there, open it here again, and write some digits. Now you see how quickly we do this here, blah, blah, blah. Dum, 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 dum. 102, I think I should choose, and 80. Now let's say 255, 102, and 0. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, and then move that down a little bit. And yeah, something like that maybe. So that is a couple of things there. And then we're going to make, okay, so we have, let's see here, a polygon like that, and make it, let's make it 18. Make it a little bit bigger, like that. Well, let's see if we can do it like that. Okay, so maybe not exactly how I want it. If I had time, I would sit and do this back and forth until I'm happy. And now let's see, we'll pick the same color that we have here, remove the border, and now I'm actually move this one here, but that's on top of everything. So we're gonna make a new layer there, put it there, yeah, behind me, like that. Now I want to see the whole picture. Let's see if we can something about that, maybe somewhere there, maybe. Now let's see if we can make this a power clip. No, wait, sorry. Click that one. Okay, sorry, it's not working for me right now, but that will work. Like that, I guess, and write something here, a text, put that on a layer again, and call it a man. Sorry, wait, there's no text there. A man is never alone. Let's call the movie and everything just like that. And we choose American Captain. That's the font that I use for a couple of books, real books that have been published. It's a great guy and girl who actually made this one. Now let's see here. I'm going to make text a little bit bigger. And one of the things that I like here is when you select it and you see the little handle here in the center, in the middle, drag it over here. That way we'll keep the angle and just do it like that. And maybe that's, yeah, maybe let's see here now. And now I want to cut that out actually. This could have been done differently, I know, but this is how we do it now. Let's see if we can pick a color again here and we keep it the same orange again. I think actually we're going to take out this one as well. Make it like that. We'll make that black too. We'll actually have it here, so we don't have to go over to that one. Let's see. Oops, daisy. Yeah, and this one here, we rotate that a little bit. Increase the size of it. And yeah, something, maybe something like that. Like that. You have to have a starring actor. So we take another color. I guess yellow would be nice. Take that one here. I would say starring. Oh, change the color soon. Starring Anders sounds a very typical Swedish name. Take that one there. And then we'll go to, there's a funny one, ad lib. Over here. And I want to tip that a little bit too. Take it over there. Yeah, maybe like that. And let's say we would put some lines over here. Would different things you can do it now. You could, well, actually, do it like this. This how we do it. Put it there. Right click. Sorry. Right click. Frame type. Create empty text. Now we're just playing a little bit. Let's see if we could write something here. New film to enjoy by director Stefan Lindblad. I've never directed a movie in my life. So, film in wide screen. Now let's see if we can. Oh, sorry, like that. Change that to a right. And sorry for that one there. Oh, what happened now? Oh, no. Where's my text? Where's my text? Oh, boy. You see? I guess I'm a little bit stressed today. What happened there? Something happened. No. Okay. Cecile, I think something is not as it should be.
Okay, Stefan,
Yeah.
anyway, I haven't received any question yet, so please, people who are attending, if you want to send me your questions now, and then we can let Stefan perhaps recreating the text he has just lost. I don't know what you would like to do. You have a few minutes still, Stefan.
Yeah. It's one of those days, you know, when I don't know what happened with it. What I actually was going to do was to put text here, as maybe you saw that I was writing something here, but I guess we can leave it for today because it's more or less a repeating of what I did up here. But yeah.
Beside adding the text, did you plan to show anything else, Stefan?
No. Well, the thing is, now I looked at the time and I saw that I was a little bit just for time, because it's always nice with the questions from the viewers, of course. But let's say if I would be finished now, for example, and I was going to send this as a PDF for a printer or something like that, and it's all CMYK, everything is done properly. Let's say this would be finished now at this moment. There's two ways of doing it from the same file menu. Either you would go through export, click export, or you would go to Publish to PDF. Let's see here now. And for those who haven't done this before, I could just quickly show it until a question comes, I guess. Down here, you'll see the settings. You see a little preview here as well. If you, I recommend clicking on the settings and open the dialog, because I know there's a couple of issues with this document that I'm working with on, and I left a little bit, so this would actually highlight a little bit. But you can see that it gives you a warning what's wrong with the document that you have to adjust before you send it as a printable PDF. But instead of just going back and fix this now, let's see if this would actually say no issues and would be perfect. Then if the client doesn't say anything specific, or the printer or anything saying something specific other than just give a printable PDF, I would suggest PDF/X-3. That's a classic one. And of course, in this dialog here, you have a lot of information. For example, I would name the author and maybe give a extra more than the author name. Maybe give the phone number, email address to you or to me who made the document and all that. Yeah. And then click OK and send it to the client. So yeah, until there's a little question, maybe I could sit here, and because what is now is I'm pretty much finished for the moment for this webinar, and I don't know if viewers see what I see, but there's a little warning with the internet troubling me, so that's why I've been sounding a little bit stressed for the last moment here.
Yeah, and we had also some micro issues, both on Stefan and my side, so I really would like to apologize. It was the issues of giving live webinars, but it will be corrected in the recorded session. So no, Stefan, it's very unusual. We haven't received any question. That perhaps because your presentation, your demo was very complete, so no question at that stage. I just would like,
yes.
And
no,
so,
one thing.
I have one question from Silvio. Stefan, when exporting to PDF, why you do not choose convert to curves under object tag?
Well, here's the thing. Thank you, Silvio. I was because of the stress. But usually, what I do is that everything that I work with, I of course work with convert to curves. For example, was what I was going to tell as well, but I saw that I was a little bit stretched for time here when everything was, for example, here's a text object, text element. I would never send the I would convert all these text to curves. That's why I work in a way, and I do it often. I just convert them and I select them, and then I click Control and Q, and then it becomes a curve, and Control Q there, Control Q there, and Control Q there. So I don't have any actual text documents. Although we read text, we don't have a text documents before I send it to print. So with the PDF and everything. So that way I don't have any problems with anyone asking if I could send text or type fonts or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Yogita, I'm sure you had a question, Yogita. So Yogita is asking, can you please explain once again how you added greenish tint to the white part on the photo in PhotoPaint?
Oh, okay, with this guy here, how I did that.
Yeah, I think so. It's what she's talking about.
Yeah, it must be that one. Yeah, of course. What you do in PhotoPaint, you select the image, of course. In this case, me in a cowboy hat. Select that one, and then you go in PhotoPaint. You go to the menu bar on top. This is CorelDRAW, but on top, and you click Adjust, and then from there you go to something called Replace Color. And Replace Color opens the dialog. And in that dialog, you can, with the eyedropper, click, in this case, it's going to be the white, and then choose a color with the eyedropper or simply through the color swatches in the dialog and so forth, and choose any color from any palette you want to use. You don't have to use just, you can get RGB, Pantone, or whatever color from that dialog. Just search its way through. I hope that was an answer.
Okay. Thank you. Another question. I don't know if it's a question or comment from Lauren. Publish to PDF doesn't embed fonts in CorelDRAW X6.
It doesn't, or
she said it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay.
Do you know? Lauren is mentioning that it used to be in X3, but it seems that it's not a part of the X6 features. Is that possible?
Or anything's possible, because I don't embed fonts. I usually just convert them to curves. But of course, if you go to connect to output and you that is like a pre-flight for people who use InDesign, for example, or similar. Not quite the same thing, but similar. Okay, now I'm confused actually. I have to pass on that one, so
okay, so Lauren, I'm stressed. Okay, so we'll take the question from Lauren and we'll check on our side.
Yes.
Another question from Graham. Is it typical that you would work alone in PhotoPaint first and then later on in CorelDRAW instead of switching back and forth during the workflow? Is there any advantage to work separate the way you have done?
It depends. I mean, on a daily basis, I can work in both ways. One being switching back and forth, of course. Another one is just if many times I use an image and just work straight on in PhotoPaint, but then and then add things in CorelDRAW just like I show now. But of course, it depends. It depends. Totally depends. It's not that I'm 100% this or that. It depends on the project.
Okay.
I try to make it simple this time.
Okay, just a comment from Andy. He mentioned that normally he converts to curves before exporting as PDF, simply because it prevents any font type issue at the output stage. I
agree totally. That's actually what I said with Silvio's questions. I missed this. In a previous webinar, I was very clear trying to say that also. I'd always convert the curves, and I do it for the same reason as the questionnaire. So I was a little bit quick on that right now, but I always do it. If you, for example, here now look on the right side in my object managers, you can see that all the text is converted to curves. So that's what I do. So of course I do that. Yes, sorry. Okay, well, thank you, Andy, for your comment. Another question from Philip. How did you add the text box to the orange graphic on the right? Okay, yeah, it should have shown up, of course. What I did was that I selected the this part here, and then right-click, and up here on the in the flyer here you see create empty power clip, but you also see create empty text frame, and I choose create empty text frame. It's not empty now, that's why I didn't show, because I had some issues here now, but because that's where the text should show up anyway. So that's what I do. I right click, go up here, create empty text frame, and that, so because any shape that you do in CorelDRAW, that's what's one of the nice things. Anything you do that is objects and vectors can be created into a text frame or a power clip. So just right click and you have it all there, actually. What doesn't, yeah, sorry. There is also a layout toolbar. I think people should try to look at it, because the screen here now doesn't show everything here, but there is a toolbar here where you have a lot of tools and features work with this as well. Okay, sorry. I do sound confused today.
Okay, well, thank you, Stefan. Just one question for me. Do you plan to have more webinars? So Renee is asking about more webinars. So I don't know, Renee, if you would speak about Stefan's webinar specifically. We have monthly webinars. So usually it's on the third Thursday at the same times of today. So third Thursday of the month, every month. And usually Stefan gives about 2 webinars per year. So his next webinar, Stefan, if I'm correct, it will be in December, and it will be about the photo
Yes.
pen tool.
Exactly. That will actually be my 3rd webinar for this year. So it's actually in, I think it's in 12th of December, something like that, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Comment from Yogita. So I know you are French. She really wanted to say that you have created a very great illustration for the poster. So she really liked the poster on the illustration.
Thank you.
Perhaps let's take, because we start a little late, somebody would like to see again how you have created, the sun behind your illustration, the orange and red sun. Can you perhaps repeat this step?
Yeah. What I did is using, if you look here on the left-hand side, you have the toolbar. So what I did, I choose the polygon, and I just first placed it over here. And then up here in the up here it says 5. What I choose was 18. And with that one here, I'll grab one of the nodes or handles here and drag into the middle. And I don't want them to be so even as you see it, because it's more playful like that. So, and then I just zoomed in, so I came closer. I placed myself on this one here. I selected there, and now what I'm doing now, either with a pen tablet or mouse, just right click and add a node, and then drag up the node over here. And what I also did was I added similar here, add, and did it like that. And then I simply moved it around a little bit like this. That's how I did it. And then I just picked a color. And you see there's an outline here. I don't want to have outlines in this design. So I just have it selected, as you can see, and up here, I'll just pick none. I could pick none somewhere else as well here too, of course, but like no outline, but I usually go from here. That's how I did it. And there you have it.
Okay. Well, I think it's about the end. No more question. A lot of thank you, Stefan. Again, a really great webinar. Thank you so much. So yes, the webinar will be available online in a few days. You will be, as you have registered with GoToWebinar, you will be automatically notified when the video will be available. So again, thank you very much, Stefan, for sharing your tips and techniques today. Somebody just mentioned that you didn't notice, but you have included in your workflow some tips. Perhaps these tips are now invisible for you, but they are visible for people who watched you. So it's really nice. If you like to know more about CorelDRAW Graphics Suite or download the free trial version, it's still available on corel.com/CorelDRAW. I just wanted also to mention that we have just launched 2 days ago the 4th update of CorelDRAW Graphics Suite X6. So it's CorelDRAW Graphics Suite X6.4. So for those who are premium members, you can simply in your product install the latest new features. I'm sure that you will find a lot of very interesting new features. For your information, next month's webinar will happen on Thursday, September the 12th, from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time, so like today, or 5 to 6 p.m. London time. Maurice Burmer, who is a graphic designer, illustrator, also a CorelDRAW master, will show his tips and techniques to create custom fonts in CorelDRAW X6. And we really hope you will all be in. Thank you again for your time today. I wish you all the best for the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.